Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2023 and another part of the Road to Glory series with Williams. Today we are back with the first United States Grand Prix of the season at Miami, and of course, last time out. Spoiler warning, this is enough warning. Leave now if you have not watched last episode, because of course, we won! Hey! Esteban Ocon, of course, won the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It was an absolutely terrific result from him. He won by 4 seconds in the end over Max Verstappen. George Russell finished third, continuing his good start of the season. And Yuki Tsunoda came over the line in fourth, meaning, you know, we're having a very good championship so far. We're currently second in the Constructors' Championship on 99 points. We're going to absolutely smash last year's points total. We're making progress every single season, and I'm really, really excited about what's to come. Hopefully, we might even get ourselves into a tasty little championship battle between Esteban Ocon and Max Verstappen. I don't think our car is quite good enough to go the course in terms of, you know, competing for multiple wins this year. That might be our only opportunity. Obviously, we had the strategy advantage massively there and able to push on in that Grand Prix. But without further ado, let's get ourselves immersed into the action then. Have a little look at these cars, because they seem to have failed their regular inspection. Or at least Yuki Tsunoda's has. So we're going to have to replace the side pods there. That's absolutely fine. Let's see what's under manufacture. So we've got another one of the suspensions coming. We've got more of the front wing and the chassis coming as well. In terms of design, we are waiting for the next ATR period before we get ourselves into it. Isaac Hajar won the Azerbaijan F2 race. Clement Novalak and Oliver Behrman finishing second and third there. Okay, let's continue on then. Scouting complete for William Joseph, who is pretty good, and Alessandro Cinelli, who is a better head of aerodynamics than what we've got. So it might be worth thinking about going into next season. But that's it for now. So let's get ourselves some more scouting done, I suppose. Or do we just... yeah, let's just lay them off, to be fair. We don't need the scouts at the minute. We'll get scouts in if we need them. Okay, let's continue on. Front wing manufactured. Perfect. And we will double check that all the cars are up to scratch. So car 1, yeah. We've got number 3... and there's that. It's the warehouse. The best place to go. So number 3 is on both cars. Number 3 on both cars. Number 2 on both cars there. Number 2 on both cars. Number 2. And finally, number 2. Right, perfect. Let's get ourselves some performance targets for this weekend then. We're going to promise that we'll reach Q3 with both drivers and Q2 with both drivers, and we will finish in the top 12 and we'll continue these streaks. Perfect. Let's get ourselves into this 2025 Miami Grand Prix. Hope you enjoy.
Once again, we touch down in Miami as F1 returns to the Magic City. Miami Gardens is transformed into the Miami International Autodrome, built here especially for the Grand Prix. It's a thrilling street circuit where one wrong move can end in disaster, but for those who can conquer its literal ups and downs, victory is all the sweeter. Spectacle is the name of the game here in Miami, with a stadium at the heart of this track. With long straights and S-bends, not unlike Suzuka's Sector 1, proper ERS management is sure to give drivers an edge towards victory.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. There are still plenty of rounds left to fight for that title though.
Let's get on with the weekend.
Okie dokie, it's going to be heavy rain on Saturday. That's something we're going to have to consider. So I'll see you guys at the end of practice and when we look at our setup satisfaction. Alright, as you can see, it's went pretty well for Esteban Ocon, considering we went for Ayumu Iwasa in practice 1, 100% satisfaction for him, 94% for Yuki Tsunoda. So let's get ourselves into qualifying. Esteban Ocon, of course, very high in confidence after winning last weekend. Let's get ourselves into what could be a very tricky qualifying session.
Qualifying is coming up, and the drivers will be ready and raring to go.
The Miami International Autodrome has some lovely long straights, but a driver still needs to have total trust in their car setup to get a fast qualifying lap. Turns 14 and 15 in particular are the ones that catch the drivers out in qualifying.
Charles Leclerc has been a talking point for many of late. Karun, how do you think he's doing so far?
We saw them set an impressive lap time in practice, so it's a great start as they move into qualifying. But as we all know, a good performance in practice doesn't guarantee success over the rest of the weekend.
Well, we're certainly ready in the commentary box. The drivers are getting ready down in the pit lane, and it's time for qualifying.
Okie dokie, let's get ourselves into qualifying and see how we get on. We're going to have to make our first power unit change of the season. So we've now got our sort of one that we'll use for practice sessions, if you like, and then the brand new power unit will be going in. There's Esteban Ocon's setup satisfaction. Got to be happy with that. Decent for Tsunoda as well, to be fair. 94%. Need to get his car parts sorted as well. Brand new power units in both cars, which means we could be quite competitive actually in this qualifying session with that new burst of energy. You always get a little bit more from the first sort of 10%, and then it starts to even out a little bit more. But a quick look at the weather. It is going to dry out by the end of the session, but let's get out there nice and early, get our times in, not have to worry about it. Okay, so both of them heading out, and we'll zoom it forward, and everybody is on track right now, so it's going to be absolutely perfect for both drivers out there. So let's get two-time race winner now, Esteban Ocon, on the job. Can he go and put in a good lap time here on these soft tyres? Make the most of them. How will he compare to the rest of the field? It's coming through sector 1 now. It's going to be purple, of course, for Ocon. What about Tsunoda? Oh, Tsunoda does go a little bit quicker. 32.7 plays to 32.6. But Tsunoda still the fastest out of everybody at the moment. Purple middle sector for Esteban Ocon, 20.4. Plays 20.5. It's nip and tuck between the two teammates, although Tsunoda will be getting a distant tow here. And now we're coming round the final corner. And, well, it's a purple middle sector for Perez this time. But it's Esteban Ocon who heads up to the start-finish line. And it's a 1:25.
P2.
Excellent lap. Or 28.0. 27.8 for Yuki Tsunoda as Porsche goes third. Absolutely brilliant from the boys. And here they come up to the line. Perez goes second. Good time from him. Max Verstappen is the one to watch. Is he going to go over the line in first? Verstappen only sixth. But Stroll takes first. A 1:27.6 there from him. And, well, we're second and fifth at the moment, which, you know, is kind of where we expect it to be. You know, that's what I said. But down in the drop zone, we've got Maloney, Albon, Piastri, Mick Schumacher and Pierre Gasly. 2 Alpines. Big shock that would be. And then, of course, Alex Albon in the Aston Martin when his teammate Stroll is fastest. Albon P19. So it looks like we've actually dodged a bit of a bullet with Albon. He's not had a good season so far. Tsunoda's going from strength to strength, and of course Esteban Ocon has been absolutely brilliant, but we'll let them have another lap. I don't think it'll really make much difference. Let's see as they come over the line. I think that McLaren will be quick. Ricciardo all the way up to 6th. Awesome time from him as Leclerc goes up to 6th. Then De Vries over the line. He can't improve. George Russell heads over the line. He goes 7th. What about K-Mag? K-Mag over the line. He goes 12th. What about Albon? Up to P12 now. That should probably be enough, although we have still got the 2 Alpines to cross the line. So Albon on the bubble. Perez over the line. Will he improve? No, he doesn't. Stroll over the line. He doesn't improve either. What about Max Verstappen? He's going over the line. He goes P4. What about Pierre Gasly? Can he get into the top 16? It's only P14 for Pierre Gasly. What about Oscar Piastri as he's flying round that final corner? Oscar Piastri over the line, only P16, he's out. Sainz goes 4th. What about Porsche? Porsche over the line, no improvement from him. Zhou Guanyu over the line, no improvement from him. Schumacher up to 18th. What about Zayn Maloney? Can he improve at all? Over the line he goes, and no improvement. So checkered flag is out. Lando Norris is going to be the last man to cross the line and set a new lap. No improvement for him. So it's Lance Stroll that's quickest in session 1. Yuki Tsunoda 2nd, followed by Esteban Ocon in 3rd. Piastri, Zhou Guanyu, Porsche, Mick Schumacher and Zayn Maloney, the 5 to drop out. Okay, into session 2 then. We will commence. And let's have a little look. Yep, need to head out there early, so this time we're going to send Tsunoda out early. We'll get Ocon following him, see if the slipstream is what helped Tsunoda make the impact that he did. So let's see, Ocon quicker in the first sector, quicker in the middle sector. And let's see then, yeah, this is going to be a quick lap from Esteban Ocon. Yuki Tsunoda's over the line. What's it going to be for him? It's a 27.7 for Ocon. Only a 28.2 for Tsunoda. That might not be enough to get through to Q3. So it very much was
currently P1. Make sure we're cooling the car.
It was the tour that got him. Perez goes above him. What about Albon? Albon 7th. That's disappointing. Ricciardo over the line. He goes 8th. What about Leclerc? Leclerc goes 2nd. Bottas over the line. He goes 9th. Great time from him. De Vries goes 9th now. Gasly, can he get into the top 10? Goes 7th. Verstappen over the line. He goes 5th. Norris over the line. He goes 7th now. So Tsunoda down to 8th. He should be okay, because I think Lance Stroll is going to head over the line. He's going to knock out Kevin Magnussen. Yeah, he goes 3rd. But Ocon is quickest of anybody. But Kevin Magnussen, Albon, De Vries, Bottas and Ricciardo are going to be the 5 to drop here.
Yeah, I see. Right.
As the rain starts falling. And there's nothing you can do about that. Yeah, it's just going to be a rainy session for the rest of this one now. There you go. Okie dokie then, right. Yeah, Ocon through, Tsunoda through. Obviously, it all starts again now in Q3. Let's have a little look at compounds. So, yeah, he's still got 3 sets of tyres left. What about Tsunoda? He's still got 2. So that's all good. Yeah, Ocon's going to have to get a bit of a tow from Perez this time. Tsunoda's left out there just punching a hole for both of them. Let's see what we can do then. Tsunoda through the first sector. Will, of course, go purple. And, well, Ocon's the one to to break that. And Ocon again in the middle sector. He's getting a hell of a toll from Sergio Perez, so this is going to be a great chance for Ocon, actually. But this should be a better lap time from Yuki Tsunoda. He's coming over the line, and it's a 128.4. That's nowhere near good enough.
Currently P1.
And the rain is going to be starting almost immediately now as Ocon over the line, 27.7. But Tsunoda is quicker than Norris and Perez. Leclerc coming over the line. Where's he going to go? He goes second. Good time from him. Stroll goes third. But Ocon still on pole position as the rain begins to fall. Can Max Verstappen spoil the party of Esteban Ocon as Verstappen goes over the line and he only goes fourth? Russell up to third. What about Gasly? Gasly ninth. Sainz is the only one now that can prevent Esteban Ocon, but he's had the most rain affecting his lap, and he can only go seventh. So it's going to be pole position for Esteban Ocon to back up his victory in Baku. Ocon takes pole. Tsunoda will be in the top 6 as well. Brand new, fresh engine, I think. We've got an absolutely cracking chance in the race tomorrow, especially. With Max Verstappen down in 5th. Leclerc will fancy his chances as well. Being all the way up in 2nd, you know, have a chance to take on Ocon. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting one, and I cannot wait to find out what will happen. Obviously, we're just going through the formalities now of them completing a lap on intermediate tyres. But it's going to be our boy Esteban Ocon on pole position for tomorrow's race. Awesome job. 27.771, that was his fastest lap of the day. Lance Stroll had the overall fastest lap of the day in Q1. Must have had a nice tow, but other than that, you know, nobody really got into the 27s other than Tsunoda in that first session, 27.8, and Ocon in session 2 and session 3. So we very much had the fastest car when one of them had a tow in this race.
The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
The Miami Grand Prix arrived onto the calendar in 2022 with much fanfare, and F1 history is still very much being written here. Drivers have to take chances around the street circuit and hope those chances turn into victory. And the sky is looking grey and cloudy today. An effective tyre strategy could prove very valuable as the race plays out.
The Autodrome is ready for some serious action today here at the Miami Grand Prix.
Okie dokie then. Right, let's see how we get on. Need to get the strategy right here. So we could go for a one-stopper, but a two-stopper does look quicker. Especially because we have got fresher soft tyres, so might be able to extend that middle stint, and similar to in Baku, be really aggressive at the start and build that gap open. I think that might be not a bad idea for Esteban. Whereas for Yuki, possibly swap those round, do the soft tyre, or go medium soft, and be very aggressive at the start and then absolutely attack at the end. I think that looks pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's 17 seconds better, so 128.43, whereas for Ocon 128.47. So apparently Tsunoda's way is quicker. So I'll be interested to see if that comes to fruition come the end of the race. So Ocon will be starting very aggressive. Needs to take a lap of fuel out though. And over to Tsunoda, he'll be taking that, and then he'll be being aggressive as well. So here we go. Let's get ourselves into this Miami Grand Prix.
7 laps await our competitors here in Miami, so may the best driver win. We look now to Esteban Ocon, who's clearly ready and raring to go.
They're on pole, and it's well deserved. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do.
This should certainly be a good one, folks. And this is it, the Miami Grand Prix. And it's lights
Okay,
out,
lights out,
and
away we go. And it's Esteban Ocon off to a brilliant start to this Grand Prix. Manages to get off the grid well and pull away from Leclerc, who is on the hard tyres. So surely, again, Ocon is going to be able to absolutely nail the start of this race. Absolutely go for it. And see where he gets to. This is absolutely brilliant from him. And Yuki Tsunoda, well, he'll be looking to make inroads. He's managed to get past Max Verstappen early in the race, and the Red Bulls both going hard tyres at the start of this race. Very interesting strategy. Let's see what they can manage. Let's pop them both onto ERS Battle Assist so that they don't use all of their stuff over the first few laps. But already he's built it open to nearly a second. And it will very quickly become a second when he's getting better traction out of the corners. And absolutely going for it at the start of this race. This is absolutely fabulous from Esteban Ocon, and he is going to get himself right back into the championship picture if he can win another Grand Prix from pole position here today. Could be quite a dominant victory if he plays his cards right. Okay, so Tsunoda keeping himself close to the likes of Russell and Stroll, Leclerc in P2. And if Tsunoda can get up into second, that would be a very, very positive thing for us, because Tsunoda would be able to be a bit of a cork in the bottle, if you like. Okay, so Ocon going to go straight to just looking after your ERS. With Tsunoda, he can use a bit. DRS enabled. Yeah, doesn't quite go for it just yet. Would be nice to give it a bit of welly. Ocon, we're going to go for aggressive, and there you go. Tsunoda is now past George Russell, who's one of the hard tyre runners, and Stroll now up into second. So he's a medium tyre runner, of course, but shouldn't be as quick as Ocon on those soft tyres. So it's interesting, lots of different strategy there, you know, lots of people on hards, quite a few mediums, and towards the back some have went soft, but only Ocon at the front has also went for it. Right, we're gonna try and avoid high risk curbs with Tsunoda and see if that affects his pace at all. Now, this could be a chance to try and go round the outside of Max Verstappen here. No, not yet. That's not Verstappen, it's Charles Leclerc anyway. Oh, and here we go, he goes down the inside of Lance Stroll. It's an important move for Tsunoda to make, because now it's only Charles Leclerc that's in the way. So here we go then. DRS open somehow. Didn't manage to close in on Leclerc at all. Okay, time to tell Esteban to avoid high-risk curbs. Try and get those tyre temps in. Good window. And this is going to be Yuki Tsunoda going round the outside of Leclerc. And he's through. He is through.
That's good. Now P2 currently.
Certainly seems to be going okay for Yuki.
Full deploy. Do what you can to keep the tyres cool. Yeah.
Okay, so Ocon has built open a 5-second gap
Get your head down. Copy.
to his teammate Tsunoda.
We are low in the pack.
Yeah, so... yeah, I think Ocon needs to stop avoiding high-risk curbs.
Yeah, copy.
Because he was definitely losing
Here we've got a
positions.
yellow flag.
Or losing time, sorry. Not positions, of course. But yeah, Tsunoda and Leclerc are actually pulling away from Stroll in 4th place. But the main thing is Ocon pulling away from Tsunoda and Leclerc. And let's see if Tsunoda can look after his ERS enough to be able to do a full pull away in a couple of laps. As Ocon enters his pit window. But his tyres are definitely in a better state than they would have been had we just attacked the whole time, but now we can allow them to overheat and allow them to push on. So Tsunoda now has a chance to use his deployment, try and get away from Charles Leclerc. I think it's just the DRS really that's been keeping Leclerc close. So that's all good, but Ocon has an 8.5 second lead over his teammate. And as I said, it could end up being quite a dominant victory if everything falls into place. It certainly seems to be right now. He is still pulling out time over Tsunoda. Could do with coming in this lap though. And he's going to come out probably ahead of Kevin Magnussen, if I was to put in a guess, but doesn't really want to get into that DRS train. So this could be where he ends up losing the race, but let's see. Let's see. Stroll, wow, where's Stroll come from? in all of this. Yeah, good pit stop from Ocon, other than crashing into the safety car there.
Car's coming out the pits.
Right, yes, he is out just ahead of Kevin Magnussen, so that's exactly where we anticipated him to come out. Okay, we'll keep an eye on Ocon. He should be a lot quicker than the likes of Sainz and Perez, but might just be a case of picking them off one by one. So definitely needs to be a bit higher
Do everything you can, mate.
on the aggression.
Copy.
And he is going to try down the inside of Sainz. That was an important move to make, and he does make it, which is perfect. Well done. And now he's going to get past Kevin Magnussen as well, round the outside. Beautifully done. And obviously Magnussen's not going to fight that too hard. Ocon definitely quicker.
He did a good job.
Tsunoda, meanwhile, we're just going to drop his tyres back here. Okay, right, Ocon now just behind Alexander Albon. Okay, this might be okay, going around the outside.
The window is open.
Okay.
Quite manage it there.
No energy.
Copy.
Yep, stroll into the pits. So now Tsunoda needs to absolutely give it his all. Yeah, what's happening to... on here.
Use energy now.
Well, hopefully some of these are going to come into the pits. Well, they haven't done that. Con doesn't want to lose out too much here. Tsunoda, meanwhile, having a great time out front. He's going to go back onto the medium tyres. Okay, he's going to get Norris. And he might also get these two. Well, nearly. It's a shame that we accidentally skipped over that. That would have been an awesome overtake. Might be able to go around the outside of the Ferrari into turn 1. Gives it a little go, but sensible there.
No more overtake.
Oh, Yuki Tsunoda has had a pit stop issue.
Sorry.
That's going to cost him
Busy pit exit.
his place to Lance Stroll. I think he would have probably made it past. But he doesn't. Now it's back to Ocon again, and he did manage to get past Russell there. Let's have a little look.
Now we're watching Esteban Ocon.
Yep, and it was through the first sector, but he's lost so much time in this traffic.
Up into third and contending for a podium place.
But the thing is, Stroll will be using his tyres quite a lot as well through the traffic, and that's not good. And, well, Charles Leclerc is only 3 seconds ahead of this. We're going to get past Max Verstappen here. Meaning we're virtually a pit stop ahead now.
No energy bottom of the pack.
Because remember, these guys still haven't come into the pits yet. Right, how's Esteban doing? He's okay. Tsunoda's overtaken Ricciardo now. He should be able to make it through the field quite comfortably. Yeah, this could be a good chance here. DRS open, and he pulls to the right-hand side, and he is through. Awesomely done, but you can see Charles Leclerc, even though he's on the hard tyres, yeah, he's going so slow compared to us. Although Max Verstappen might have a little go at coming back at us here. He doesn't manage that one. We'll try again coming into turn 1, but no chance there. Tsunoda, meanwhile, he's back up to 9th now. 2.8 behind Perez. Well, what he is a long way behind his teammate Ocon. What Ocon needs to do is just get away from Max Verstappen. Verstappen will slow him down. Yep, he has managed that now. Problem is, Lance Stroll, look where he's come from, almost nowhere in this Grand Prix. He is right behind Esteban Ocon now, who once had a 9-second lead over this guy. But now they are nip and tuck. We have a yellow flag out there. Is it going to be a safety car? I don't think so. It's a Piastri lockup. So we've got to try and catch Leclerc here. Good thing is Stroll's tyres are already going off. Tsunoda, meanwhile, just made it past Russell, I think. Again. No, that was Ocon that was passing Russell before. So fresh tyres are pretty king round here. Now just starting to close in a little bit on Charles. Well, there goes Stroll through. We kind of know Stroll is going to have the better of this stint. But we just spent so long behind Max Verstappen. That was the issue. Needed to pass him quicker. Still about halfway through this Grand Prix as Max Verstappen now pits from the hard tyre. Tsunoda, meanwhile, right behind Perez. Should be like taking candy from a kid. Should be. But running Whoa! Then again, Perez is trying to get past Sainz himself. And then Stroll is in the DRS range of Leclerc. Can Ocon stay with him as Leclerc comes into the pits? Leclerc is in. So essentially a pit stop ahead is Ocon now. And yeah, Perez is in as well. So now Russell and Sainz are the last people standing on the hard tyre, or at least the original hard tyre, if you like. Yeah, I think time for Tsunoda to give it a little bit of welly to get past Sainz and push on. Yeah, perfectly done. That's nicely timed. Just checking there's going to be no rain, and there will not be. So just got to keep Stroll honest at this point. It's all looking good at the moment. And there will be a time where Ocon is a lot quicker than Lance Stroll and will overtake him and get that big lead back, you would think. Tsunoda's currently got the best tyres of the top 5. And Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen, well, they're hunting down at the moment, but don't think they're gonna quite make it, to be honest with you. I think we've nailed the strategy again in terms of getting the best out of it. And Leclerc now within 10 seconds. He's on a brand new set of mediums. He's hunting down, but we're going to have a brand new set of soft tyres right at the end of this race. He's going to really struggle to defend. Ocon's still got a little while on these tyres.
And energy is available.
Yeah, copy.
Right, Esteban, let's see what you've got left in the tank here. Stroll in the pits. Now, pit window is open. So Ocon leads, Tsunoda second, Charles Leclerc in third, then Max Verstappen. Perez sixth, then Stroll fifth, then Perez sixth, Sainz seventh, Norris eighth, Bottas ninth, and Kevin Magnussen in P10. As well, Yuki Tsunoda has made a move for the lead. He's got the better tyres at the moment and is the one that's able to push. But I think it is definitely worth moving into attack mode with both drivers to try and push on and get away from... Oh, this is... yeah, that was dicey. Right, back to medium. Might even say, just don't fight your teammate. Let's try and build a gap here. Let's see if we can do that. Now, currently going for that. Ocon's tyres are slightly worse than Tsunoda's, so I think Ocon has to be the one that comes in. I think they are setting personal bests, so it seems daft to bring them in at this point, but I am going to bring Ocon in. It's going to come onto the soft tyres. And because he's respected the team, we will give him first dibs of a pit stop, which, you know, would have always been the plan. Obviously, Tsunoda on a slightly different strategy. So in he comes. Yes, good stop. Good stop. Perfectly done, and now Ocon comes out just behind Max Verstappen. And now is the time for Ocon to be aggressive.
Back off now.
Yeah, good.
Yep. Tsunoda will be coming in this lap.
And then we'll box this lap.
Yeah, copy.
So Tsunoda's in. Let's see where Ocon comes out in all of this. I'm expecting that Ocon will end up undercutting him slightly. So here comes Tsunoda. Can he get a good pit stop? Yeah, that's a good pit stop.
Busy pit exit.
And Tsunoda might well come back out into the lead. Oh, wow. Well, Ocon just comes back out. So now it's a fair fight between our two drivers. We're going to give it over to them.
Okay, happy to manage
to make it
short
safe. And we'll see what happens. So Ocon now, chance to get past Max Verstappen. DRS open, but Max Verstappen, typical, was right up to the wall with his defense there. Now should be a better chance, and it should be him getting through. Perfect. Right, so 6.7 seconds he is behind Lance Stroll. Stroll is on soft tyres as well, but more used soft tyres, and we've got 12 laps to go here. Plenty of time to turn this around. Problem Tsunoda's got is if Max Verstappen manages to stay with Ocon, even pass him. Oh my goodness, how is Verstappen managing that? What a move! Wow, this is very close. Yeah, this could be Tsunoda's chance on Ocon.
Do the best you can.
There goes Ocon past Verstappen, and now should push away, but he's struggling to do that. Okay, there we go. Fastest lap of the race from Esteban Ocon. He's not far behind the guys in front. And there goes Yuki Tsunoda trying round the outside. That turns into the inside, which is again the outside, inside, outside. But will have DRS this time. No doubt about it, and should be able to push ahead of Max Verstappen. Right. Yeah, Maloney gets out the way nicely. Tsunoda pulls away from Verstappen nicely. Esteban Ocon right behind Charles Leclerc now. And then it's just Lance Stroll standing in the way of 2 victories in a row for the Frenchman. DRS enabled. He's through. No questions asked. Very, very good. So, here we go. Can Tsunoda get past Leclerc here? He's trying his hardest. This is going to be a key move for Tsunoda. He goes down the inside. And he is through. Beautifully done. Right, back to neutral now. Should be able to stay in front. We've got 8 laps to go for Ocon to get past Stroll. This could be a Williams 1-2. Which... wow, when was the last time there was a Williams 1-2? That's a statistic. I'm guessing, you know, early 2000s. Maybe with Montoya and Ralph Schumacher, potentially. But, yeah, it's looking like a reality here, isn't it? It's looking like it could be. Stroll trying to get up to the back of... oh, Ocon's trying to get up to the back of Stroll here. And there's not many laps to go. This could be the moment. And Esteban Ocon takes the lead. Stroll responds though straight away. And if Tsunoda could just get into this fight. He's even got the slightly fresher tyres to his teammate. And yes, Tsunoda now well within the battle. So here we go again with Ocon. I think now it's time to just save up a little bit of that ERS if you're Esteban. But he goes down the inside. He is through. All right, now time to push on. Stroll is trying to come back. He's not going to manage it this time, though. And let's get Tsunoda in on the case as well. And then, well, Tsunoda tried there. Tsunoda is struggling to get past Lance Stroll. He's doing that weird weaving that he does sometimes. It's really weird. Gotta give Ocon a little bit more. We need to get him out of the DRS to Stroll, really. And this could be the moment for Tsunoda. Goes down the inside and makes it a Williams 1-2. That is quite sensational. What a drive. So Esteban Ocon leads this Grand Prix.
Maybe just take it easy on the straight.
And Yuki Tsunoda is in P2. Stroll's tyres are going to fall off very, very shortly. Ocon's starting to build a bit of a gap. So he leads. There's now 3 laps to go. Can Tsunoda stay in front of Esteban here? Of Lance. He's not far off, is he? They've both got the same ERS. Tell them both to use everything they've got. And there we go. Right now, it is a clean battle between the 2 Williams cars. 2 laps to go. You would imagine from this point,
2 to go.
Ocon is going to win. Yuki Tsunoda may well give him a little push. We're not going to have them on high overtake aggression. They are going to be on neutral, if not low, to be honest. I do not want any chance of it coming together. This is huge points for Williams. It's going to be 44 points. And it's been quite a dominant victory from Esteban Ocon's point of view. He's had to work for it in that, you know, it went a bit wrong in the middle where he couldn't get through the traffic, but generally he's been very, very fast and had control from the front. And he's going to finish about a second in front of his teammate as we head towards the final lap now. There's a bit of traffic that could come into play. It is Théo Pourchaire, I believe. Mick Schumacher not so far up the road. Now, lower down the order, we have got a battle for the final point. That is with Albon and Ricciardo. We will get on board with that battle a little later on because Esteban Ocon has started his final lap of this Miami Grand Prix. Yuki Tsunoda is in P2, and after the euphoria of winning last time out in Baku, I never dreamed that we'd be able to back it up with a 1-2 here in Miami. It is just quite unbelievable. We're going to give them everything that we've got. They can use the rest of the car.
There we go. Close the gap to the cars ahead.
At their disposal. The only thing that Ocon hasn't got is the fuel. Now, the traffic could help Ocon here, or it could hinder him. It's going to be so close. Tsunoda, of course, is going to have DRS as well. Oh, it's going to be... Oh, no, Tsunoda's got stuck. And now he's a second behind. Wow. Théo Pourchaire's, I think, single-handedly saved Esteban Ocon there because Ocon was going to be tossed down this straight unless he was able to defend on the inside. But it's going to be Esteban Ocon who wins 2 races in a row for Williams. It's the start of a new era of winning consecutive Grand Prix for Williams Racing, and it's a 1-2 as Yuki Tsunoda comes over the line in second. Absolutely awesome result. The one stopper just wasn't quite quick enough today, but it was Esteban Ocon that wins. And, well, there you go.
P2.
Good job, guys. Really proud.
And that is going to be Yuki Tsunoda's first ever podium as well. in Formula One, and what a season he's having. He very nearly won it at the end there, just 1.1 seconds behind his teammate. I think this is a cracking team lineup, and we are racking up the points at the start of this season. Right, Daniel Ricciardo is ahead of Esteban Ocon and Albon, and he heads over the line, and that is his first points of the season. Wonderful to see Ricciardo back in the points. Albon manages to finish 11th in the end there. Gasly 12th, then Magnussen, Bottas, Zhou, Piastri, then De Vries, and it's going to be Mick Schumacher that finishes last on the lead lap, and Haas very much in a tricky position with their car. But it's a Williams 1-2. You can't be saying fairer than that. That was a fabulous, fabulous performance there.
Now that's an excellent drive today from Esteban Ocon.
It was a truly excellent win, with everything working together for the team and driver.
But just look at this. The overwhelming excitement for those celebrating this achievement. And there's no denying that the Frenchman deserves this result. He was absolutely brilliant.
There's further delight for the team as they get to see both drivers up there together.
And after a hot and sweaty Miami Grand Prix, I think this is as good a time as any to cool off. Now, Karun, no doubt there'll be a lot for the teams to process after that race, but how do you think the Williams team are feeling?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place. What a great way to round out the weekend.
Absolutely fabulous.
With that, our weekend in Miami now draws to a close.
Now the teams will be looking ahead to Imola, where the season progresses with the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Get ready for some fierce competition.
Well, absolutely awesome from Esteban Ocon as he wins the Miami Grand Prix with the fastest lap as well, taking 26 points out of Max Verstappen, who only finished 5th. Yuki Tsunoda finishes in 2nd to round off a Williams 1-2. Lance Stroll, a brilliant 3rd for Aston Martin. Leclerc 4th, finishes ahead of his teammate and Max Verstappen for the first time this season. Perez finishes 6th, then Sainz 7th ahead of Russell, Norris and Ricciardo. Into the Drivers' Championship then, Max Verstappen still leads, but only 20 points ahead of Esteban Ocon this time. Absolutely brilliant from him. Leclerc is in 3rd ahead of George Russell in 4th. Yuki Tsunoda up to 5th with that first podium of his career. Sainz is there in 6th. Lando Norris is currently 9th, and Daniel Ricciardo gets off the mark and up to 15th. Wonderful to see him back in the points. As a team, we maxed out our weekend. We got double the points of Red Bull, but still trail them by 39 points in the championship. Let's continue on. We both got both the fastest pit stops as well, meaning we're completely maxing out that championship at the moment on 215 points compared to nearest competitor Mercedes on 75. Okay, right, let's keep going, and it's the 2 seconds in the pit stop that cost Yuki Tsunoda. 6 million is made in profit this Grand Prix. We've got to be happy about that. Adds a load of money into the bank, ready for the ATR period to open. We're going to get 3 developments and 3 researchers all on the go at the same time. It's going to be exciting, but that's going to be in the next episode. So if you've enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.